Where do I find the other battle gates? I just have to find them around by exploring. So yeah, I need to go around the worlds, seeing wherever I can find around there. So 0 was end. I did my best just to avoid the spoilers, but I did hear a lot of stuff. This is Battlegate number 2. Olympus and let's see what it is. The complaints I heard the most were 1. The story made no sense. Some said it didn't make sense to me, at least. It felt like they were trying to introduce some stuff that was never there. Like, these guys, I hate you so much. Like the entirety plot point of Masters, like Gen Z saying the Mario Harvey in your diamond key. But let's be real, it was never there before. And the explanation they gave was like, oh, it's not that he never said it, it's just like when you're not looking or after a sentence he says it so quietly you never will ever hear it yourself. And it was like, oh come on, you know that's bullshit. Yeah, I don't know if I want to grind. So far I haven't gotten much trouble. I say before that thing almost killed me in 2 hits. Okay, never mind. Never mind! I always jinx myself. Oh, god. So, like I'm saying, it feels like they tried to introduce some stuff, and honestly, I do think that maybe Olympus Coliseum should have been like a last level. Not only because it's very beautiful and it's very open, and maybe they could expand it even a little more, but because the entire part of Sora being weak, but taking down titans that, you know, are like the gods of gods, was, in my opinion, a little disconnected from the part where Sora is having troubles fighting a parrot-sized octopus face. I know, I haven't done the DLC yet. When I completed the game, I didn't get any prompt, but when I tried to go into the... When I did go into the DLC menu, I saw something called Remind, and I think that is the DLC. Ow. Okay, I gotta be lots of careful with these guys. They are freaking horrible. Okay, Remind is DLC, so... Is some kind of new scenario or just extra stuff? Because I was under the impression that Remind was like Final Mix, in the sense of it changed stuff inside of the game instead of being like, you know, instead of being like extra stuff of the game. Because Final Mix on Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1 BBS, it's been like changing some enemies, colors and stuff like that, and adding stuff to the game, like Roxas fight on Kingdom Hearts 2. Okay, these guys are much stronger than the Battle Gate 13 for some reason. Like, I just did Battle Gate 13 and I didn't have as much trouble as I did with this guys. What the... What the frick? Okay, Remind is an extra story that explains stuff that happens after the story. Nice. Because yeah, the stuff just happened at the end. I was like, oh yeah, Sora's fine. And then Sora disappears and it's like, Nomura. And I did post a picture to Reddit and Discord. I'll show it right now to you. I had like this suspicion that Nomura will just do Nomura stuff, and I was right. I was like under the suspicion because Nomura always does something to ruin the lives of the protagonist so they could get another game. And I was like, okay, this is supposed to be the end, but what if not? And I have this prediction in case it happens. If not, I was gonna be like, nah, totally. I totally thought that the game was gonna end happily. Sadly, I was right. Oh, these guys never die. Do they have any weakness? Maybe they... water? Oh yeah, water. The one thing that I didn't use on them. Water. Here. So it has like 3 parts. Okay. I thought the DLC was a little too expensive at first. Because $50 for what I thought was just recolors of enemies. Fixing some gameplay issues. And maybe a couple of bosses? I thought, oh yeah, it's gonna be like... I don't know, $10 or something. But apparently it has a lot more than I expected at the beginning. Well, not for me, because I got the Epic Store version that already has everything bundled with it. But for people that is, you know, getting the series for the first time, they had to spend $90 for the good experience. And it's different for them. I'm sorry if I don't read a lot of the stuff, did you say? Because this guy, like I said before, they are giving me a lot of trouble. They had always giving me trouble, to be honest. Well, when I got to Arundel, because I chose Arundel before Monstropolis, they took like this amount of time to kill. I didn't expect to have to fight these guys at this level again. Come on, die, you piece of rock. No! No. I like Hercules just throwing rocks at this guy. A rock versus a rock. Like I got to the Pirates of the Caribbean, I did the part where the ship was just running away. Then I got to get the ship. I did the boss there with all the pro codes, the pitch in the water. Because I felt like it was too easy, but I wanted to prove that it wasn't. It wasn't like a hard boss. And yeah, I got the ship, I got the Port Royale after doing the race with Luxor. Ow. Then I just did a beeline to wherever was the end. Like, you know, I went directly to the place that they had marked for me, and I won the battle, so I didn't really need to hunt for crafts and stuff. So I really didn't appreciate as much as I could have appreciated the world, because it's so open, and I like the idea. Yeah, the place looks beautiful. The Caribbean looks really nice. It's so nice that actually my PC is just is having trouble in that place. Cosmic Bell Plus again. Secret Report 2. Nice. And I like the idea also. It's like its own game. Compared, for example, to the other worlds, that could have been its own game on its entirety. Expanding a little more, and it could have been like an open world game that where you go around fighting stuff and exploring. Wait, no, what I'm doing down? There's a save point at the top, but I didn't find it. Here. dump me. Where's the other battle gate? Maybe it's on the other part of Olympus. Yeah, I really didn't like Frozen the movie. I thought it was nice, it was fun, it wasn't bad, but everyone was making like it to be like this masterpiece of perfection. It was so popular that it had merchandise everywhere. Like dishes, you have dishes with Frozen. Bottles of water, you had bottles of water with Frozen. You had party piñatas for parties with Frozen. You got a lot of gifts with Frozen. You got a lot of toys. You got a lot of movies. You got movies, I mean, by the fans. You got the disastrous, horrible thing people did on YouTube when they combined Elsa and Spider-Man. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but God. And stuff like that. But yeah, I also like the fight with Davy Jones. I like the part with the Kraken mostly, because himself wasn't much of a threat. But when he's released the Kraken, I am not taking you lightly this time. Ow. Yeah, this was honestly the only Disney boss, because for Pixar's Worlds they make like, well, this is another thing that I like about the game, is that they didn't forget about the stuff on the other games, like the Unburst or the Nobodies. They did actually include the Nobodies on the Unburst in the worlds. I wish they did more with them. Like include every single type of Nobody. But what's there? I liked it. I liked that they referenced a lot of stuff, and I liked the design for the bosses too. But I wish, like you said, there were more Disney bosses, because, for example, in Kingdom Hearts 1, there was like this guy whose name I forget because I never saw Tarzan that much when I was a kid. The guy that was there to keep the gorillas with his shotgun. He was like a humanoid voice, humanoid boss, and you had to actually take him down. Jafar, Ursula. Almost every single boss was like a Disney boss. But here it's like they were burying the concept of Disney bosses. Like, I get that sometimes, at least for me, it could be a little jarring the difference between the power level of a boy with a kid that can level cities and destroy buildings in a single slot. I guess maybe, I don't know, the three ugly sisters. But, you know, they were playing with this idea of Sora being weaker, so maybe it didn't really matter with the explanation of in-world things. They could also get the help from Heartless, because many of the Disney villains before also had help from Heartless. I had never used food, by the way. During the entire game, not a single itsy bit of food it has gone into my mouth, but I did make every single kind of food. And that's why I said that maybe Olympus Coliseum would have been good to show at the end. Maybe they could have pulled the thing about the Titans not being the true Titans that they did in BBS. Like the ones we fought before in Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2 and all. Well, in Kingdom Hearts 2, we didn't fight any Titans, did we? So that's not the point. The point is that it could have shown that Sora got his powers back, or at least something. In my opinion, well, but I think they make it like the first world because it's the... This and Twilight Town are like the repeat worlds, like the worlds that just got back from other titles, even though they are not even the same. They look totally different. Alright, they are... I keep using Thunder because I keep forgetting that it's in no Pokemon. Yeah, in my mind still, Thunder is good against Water. And Plant is good against... Plant is good against Water. Is this the last one? Yeah, it is. And Rock is kind of, you know, weak to water and stuff like that. Fire Culling. I already had one of those. Secret Report 1. So I'm gonna start given the effect of the Cufflinks. I did upgrade my Keyblades. I did upgrade 2 of my Keyblades to the max before I went to the final bosses. Even though I didn't know I will just be stuck at the end. I thought that I could go back anytime. It was very weird to be in Scarlet Kellum, and then there it's like, oh, you are now allowed to just live and be on the worlds. It was very weird because aren't we supposed to be inside of Xen or the...
Come on,
That's the point where I just can explore. I thought that was like the point of no return. Oh no, it's because this Keyblade is not as upgraded as it should be. Also, I am level 44. I went to Keyblade Graveyard at level like 38 or 37, around there. And I did have a hard time. Maybe people is, you know, a little too over-leveled or over-prepared to stuff. So maybe that's why people were saying that they found everything too easy. Maybe not. I know. No! So this is the best battle gate to level up. Should I level up before I go into Remind, or am I alright for that? Hmm. Bum, bum, bum. There. Oh, right. New stuff to make. Save the queen. Save the king. And still no Ultima Clay Blade. I need more synthesis items. Yeah, I do. What do I need? I don't know. So you want me to level up before doing limit cut, huh? Isn't food gonna help there, maybe? But I refuse to use I refuse to use the food. I cannot use the temporal stat boost. I don't like it in any game. Sometimes I gotta give up the O. No battle gate here. Okay, I'll just go back to finding this stuff. So for a mind, I can go just back and forth from remind, so can go and do it right away. Yeah, I'll do this battle gate and then just go into remind. I was fearing to go in there because I thought it was going to be some kind of Aqua Dark Realm and final episode kind of situation where the save file is just separated for the one you have. You understand what I say? Oh, it's just like before, huh? Ow. Okay, this guy's freaking pack a punch. Shoot me. Shoot me. Oh, I see. It's full of details. I love this game. Look at the side. It has like a charge bar, and it will change. It will shoot at you after it's full. This is one thing I love in video games, when they put so much thought and details in the stuff. This place, yeah, I love this place too. It's just because it's a freaking giant puzzle. It's a really interesting looking world. It's like, reminds me from Mario Sunshine, when you go into like secret areas and they have like this and everything in the background is just like an LCD trip. It was my favorite part and my most hated part times, especially the one in Nuki Bay when you had to climb without your float. Because it was so freaking hard for me as a kid. I fell so many times. I started to feel like it was hopeless, like I couldn't just win. Okay, so I can just enter the remind episode and then just go back. Thank you. It will help me a lot with just getting into the episode. So you said that it wasn't very important to level up a lot. I still want to try and level up some of my keyblades. For that I need some wellspring stuff. Wellspring crystals, but I don't know where I can get them. You there? Just watching, huh? Doing action. As for many things I love in the game, one of the things that I did kinda feel like I didn't like as much is the final boss music. I did like the setup and stuff, but I don't know, I felt like it was not as epic as the other boss battle music. And this series has some freaking hard-hitting final boss music. So much I would say, when I saw Sora during this match, I was like, oh yeah, we are gonna get the Critical del Noto and the Xenon disappeared, stuff like that. But instead we got only Kingdom Hearts 1 music and not even the best hitting ones. Lots of good music, but just love the stuff that I felt like was being called up from the public. What? He didn't? What? Why? Just, that's so stupid. He's like the Kingdom Hearts composer. Who did the final song? Like, it wasn't bad, but it was a little generic. That's all I'm saying. It's like this music you have like around for battles, but you don't really pay attention to it. Instead of you know, when I booted up Fragmentary Passage, where is the... oh, it's under a building. Funny and adorable. It's just like background music that is just like... it has the only purpose of being like... dun dun, epic. But when I went to Fragmentary Passage and I have like... you know, simple and clean, it had like this tune on the background and this cool ass remix and everything, and I was like, listen baby, don't go. And I just love it. I cannot lie about that. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so I will just read the secret reports and then just go there. I should maybe go for some Bala. Recollections. Am I alive? I awoke in a cell, alone, until the researchers came with their tests and their prodding to uncover my identity. I had no answer to offer them. 4 friends and a key. That's the sum total of my memory. 4 friends and a key. I could not even recall my name. I was simply called X here. That. My only solace was that was the time I spent talking with the 2 boys who would visit from time to time. One day, a man came to take me from my prison, and I could not see him from the darkness, save that he wore an eye patch. Even now, years on, I feel no closer to understanding who or what I am. May my heart be my guiding key. Oh no. 4 friends and a key. Okay, so there is 5 people in one place, and that's Union X. So So I had a little question I made when I was playing the game, so I could, answer the stuff as I played. Sigbar's or Destiny Rewards of Sora, I still don't know. Sigbar mentioning the old say from Gen Sid is because he was Lucio. That one is gone. The one who talks to Riku inside the darkness is Repliku, that's gone. Black Box, Pete and Maleficent. I saw Unix and Maleficent was around the time. I don't know how she got there, I just saw a summary and some cutscenes and I was very confused. I don't want to go into the gacha game. But I need to go into the gacha game. Demon Tide on Twilight Town. I still don't know why it was there or where it went. I am kinda of expecting it to have gone to Cleave Lake Graveyard, so question mark answers. Sora can count. He needs to go to school in very soon. Replica's head needs a heart to function, so how does Replica do it? And I think I remember something about the memories on Namine. Maybe Namine put some memories there and something happened, I don't know. Luxor and Demix being from the ancient Keyblade legacy. I still don't know that. So one thing that I also forgot to put here was Lee and Isa talking about someone that was on the castle. It was a girl. So yeah, I read with the voice of a boy, but it was a girl, the one that was here. And Keyblade for friends. For the only other moment I can think about is Union X, and the only girls I can think about there is Imbi, Ava, Laxine, Estrella, and how do you call it here again? That's cool. So maybe it's one of them. Yeah. It's still weird. I don't know, but Demix is weird and Luxor is too. So they're supposed to be connected to the ancient Keyblade legacy. They cannot be a foreteller because they were summoned after the Keyblade War. And maybe Demix could have been one of the Keyblade wielders from a union, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's probable that it's here. It's here or Ava or... Yeah, Ava cannot be, but Ava just didn't show at the end. And Lucio was just like, oh, yeah, she said that I told her everything and she just didn't come. And she also did her purpose and her task, so her task. So, yeah. Report 2. Mark of Mastery Journal. Some days have passed since I set off on my journey to prepare for the Mark of Mastery examination. Eracus asked for leave to undertake the same pilgrimage, but apparently I am to be first to tour the worlds written in the old fairy tales. Oh, this is an art, isn't it? Until a few short years ago, I known only my own world. A speck, yeah, it's an art. A speck of land surrounded by sea. But how I dreamed of yearned for the world beyond, and granted guidance from the future. I left the nest behind. As I tread the path to my master's side, I came in contact with darkness in many forms. I knew even then, but as by instinct, terrifying as the power was, it could be harnessed, mastered. Eracus is a Blue Hood, descended from the very first masters in the age of fairy tales. Oh, Eracus is... Well, at the end, Ephemer did create Scarlet Culling, and he was in that world, so it's possible that he's one of the descendants, or maybe just... Ephemer just populated an entire place somehow. He was busy. But I did not come this far to indulge in adulation. I will be his peer, his equal, and to do that, I must learn to wield power born from both darkness and light in proper balance. Xehanort. Yeah, this is not unknown. Yeah, Slicha is also one. Slicha wasn't, well, a spoiler kinda in the trailer of Kingdom Hearts 4, and I was so confused. But no, it's possible that she could have been there because she was taken by, you know, a guy with an eye patch, aka Sigbar, aka Luxu. So maybe he took her to the afterlife or the other world just to prevent them from knowing something there. So Slicha and Skull, they are both very possible. We also don't know whatever happened to Skull, like at all, so maybe she's a little more probable. Experiment on the heart. Notes on subject X. Except 2. Subject's memory has not returned, or all conversations remain less than lucid. What fragments could have been gleaned evoke a bygone world, like one out of a fairy tale. As improbable as it seems, the question might not be where she came from, but when. If she truly has crossed through time, the prospect of probing her heart is all more compelling. My pilot studies has been a handful of subjects, but none possess the fortitude to endure them. Ultimately, I'll suffer mental collapse. God. Okay, this was much darker than I expected to be. I thought they just went there and took the heart out. No, they were actually kind of just doing mental shutdowns. I knew it would be a heavy blow to lose a subject as unique as she. On discovering the test I've been conducting, my master demanded that I cease my work immediately and destroyed what research I had compiled. Worse still, he ordered the release of my remaining subjects. She is gone. Where's subject X now? Has the wise master Ansem hidden here away? Whatever the case, I will not be deterred. I will take her place as the first subject in the grand experiment to come. Xehanort. You deserve to go to hell. I don't know how you went to pseudo heaven. It's beyond me.